All right, welcome to the Morning Smoke Podcast Overtime Edition for college. Welcome with us. This is your host, the underscore truth 1987. Here with my co-host, Mr. Mello Miller. We got a little time. Got a little time to talk a little college. We don't like to kind of rush to college because that's our most inspired slash dedicated slash just fandom that we have for college football. So we like to give a little time for that. But we're going to talk, of course, none other than our teams. We're going to talk Ohio State. We're going to talk Notre Dame. Freshman.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, sorry, co-host. My fault. My fault. We talking
Yeah,
Ohio
no, no,
State?
no. No, we talk. We definitely talking Ohio State first. I mean, they're
Oh,
the
go ahead. Go
winners.
ahead, man. Yeah,
They're the number three team in the country. They're way higher than Notre Dame. Why wouldn't we start with the first? Matter of fact, you know what? Maybe we should start with Notre Dame and work our way up. Maybe we should do that. Ain't that what you always tell me? Work from the bottom, work up. Never mind. Never mind. We're gonna start with Ohio State. We're gonna start with Ohio State. I am very I'm excited about this season, but I'm also there's a lot of things up in the air for the season, right? So we obviously lost our number one draft pick in C.J. Stroud last year to the draft, and a few other different pieces from Ohio State. Definitely great kids. Definitely going to do good things in the NFL. We'll just see kind of where that goes from there. But we have a very high offense. The offense is going to do its thing. We still have Marvin Harrison Jr., who is arguably, not arguably, he is the number one receiver in the nation. And then we also have the weapons. I can't pronounce the boy name. Start with E. Uh, Either way, he's on the team as well too. So we have a slew of different wide receiver cores, including the four-star that's going to be starting as well too this season. He just lost his black stripe over this past week, so he will also be on the field as well. So we're set there. We're set on offense. The only issue is who is the QB? Ohio State. Who are we starting at quarterback? There is apparently Mr. Day says there is a showdown between Kyle McCord and also Devin. I forget his last name, but they're both neck and neck, right at each other's heels on who's going to have that starting job. That Coach Day is actually saying that this probably will carry over into our first game, which is against IU. So most likely we'll probably see both of them have snaps on that day. And we'll finally, hopefully, get a definitive, person to actually, be the starter or name the starter. So, but let's go over their schedule real quick. I just want to run through their schedule real quick, and then I'll kick it over to my co-host. First game at the gate, like I stated, we're starting opening up with Big Ten play with IU on September the 2nd. We then go over back to the crib in Ohio State for a showdown against Youngstown State. We also will be there for Western Kentucky the week after. And then the second biggest game, I'm sorry, on the schedule, and that is with none other than my co-hosts Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And this time we are in South Bend. Last year we took care of business at home. I look for the Ohio State Buckeyes to go into South Bend and take care of business as well. I see this being a 2-0 season sweep in these past couple of years. But I do see it being also a competitive game either. I would be remiss to say that my co-host's team is not a powerhouse to deal with. It did come down to, I think, like the third-ish, fourth quarter last year for us to pull away and actually capture that win. I think it's going to probably take later into the fourth quarter for us to get this dub this year. So we'll see what happens. They have some good pieces on that team, but it should make for a very exciting game. Next game on the slate is going to be Maryland. That time is to be determined, but it is that after our bye week. So that is the next game on that. We did go to West Lafayette to Purdue. We got them on the schedule this year. We'll also be playing them after that. We also play Penn State, which will probably be a whiteout game from them or a gray game for us, something of that nature. Something special always happens when we play Penn State. So I always look forward to that game because there's always some cool stuff there. After that, we have Wisconsin, then Rutgers, Michigan State, my wife's team, which they never pose any type of, um, you know, I don't even know why she follows them. Honestly, she just follows losing teams. I don't know why she does this. Minnesota is the game after that, and then finally, the most important game on the schedule is the team up north, aka Michigan Wolverines. It is a must-win for us on that last game. I don't care if we're even going to the playoffs or anything. According to that, by that time, we could be literally having a losing season if we do not win that game. It is for naught. Even if we go undefeated, if we lose that game, it is for naught. So, Coach Day, if you ever get a hold to this podcast, you better win this one because if not, you're gone out of there. I'm telling you that off top. Ohio State does not play when it comes to that game. You can lose every other game or win every other game, but if you lose that game, it doesn't matter. So, and this would be 3 times in 3 years if that happens. So, you better come. You better come ready. You better come ready. But that's our schedule. That's how we looking. Like I said in our radio station, we win in the East. We're going to the playoffs. And we're gonna play probably a SEC team in Georgia or Bama, one of the two. And we're gonna take care of business there. We should have took care of business last year when we played Georgia. It was just some foolery that went on that lost us that game. But I do see them making a run at it this year as well too. But that's what I got for you for the Buckeyes. So look out for it, sir.
Well, I tell you what, our Notre Dame Fighting Irish. It's going to be short and sweet. I do want to start off with some more recruiting news for us. Um, looks like, I mean, Notre Dame has a run on what we call legacy players. They're players in which their father or mother have played professional sports, so to speak. And we have one here, Ike Taylor of the Pittsburgh Steelers, son, Ivan Taylor. He is a class of 2025. He's a safety, and he is doing a lot of play at corner as well. So he's a secondary player.
Mm-hmm.
He's out of the Orlando area, 6 foot, 170 pounds, 4-star, 8 ranked safety in the entire country. He's been at Notre Dame a couple different times. He excelled at our Notre Dame Irish Invasion Camp, and I'm really looking forward to. Um, he's leaning like 90+% according to sources toward Notre Dame. So he's fast, he's got ball skill, and he has the pedigree. I'm really loving that. Next up, out of Indianapolis, we talked about him. He plays for Ben Davis, Mark Zachary. He's in the class 2025. Like I said, he is the number 19th ranked cornerback in the country. He's 6 foot, 170 pounds, top 170 player in the entire country as of right now. This one's going to come down, according to sources, Notre Dame, Ohio State, Georgia. His list of offers is extremely impressive, and we have not seen, I believe, had a Ben Davis recruit in like a decade. It's just one of those things. So I am highly interested in Mr. Mark Zachary. I'll be following him all season. You hear me talk about Ben Davis football just because of that relationship. Now, let's get into the schedule. Or I say right before I get into the schedule, listen, Heisman watch list candidate uh, Sam Hartman, quarterback transfer from Wake Forest. He holds all the passing records for the ACC, which is absolutely amazing. He's coming there and he's going to lead this program. It's going to be one of the best quarterbacks we've had in a long time, so I'm grateful for that. Running back, he's a top 10 running back in the country, Andre yesterday, and he is a tank, a pure grown man playing amongst boys in college football. I'll tell you right now, this dude is not to mess with. If you Ohio State boys want to do not tackle him high. I'm gonna give you all the seats. Don't
We
tackle him
never
high.
do. We never do. We always go low.
You better go low.
We always do.
Simple as that.
We always
I'm
do.
gonna get into this.
We go for legs. That's what we do.
So anyway, I'm gonna go into it here. Starting off, Navy already got them winning. That's in Ireland. So I'm very Next up, week 2, first ever historically black college, HBCU, Tennessee State. They're coming to South Bend. It's something that the black head coach of Notre Dame, Marcus Freeman, who's a tremendous human being, is very excited to see this type of exposure on NBC. NC State, next up, week 3. They'll definitely be winning that out of the ACC. That's on ABC. So, they host the The game's there. We're talking Central Michigan, Week 4. This is what we call a tune-up game, and it's going to be happening right. Of course, that's going to be just fine, but within Week 5. See, it's Week 4 for y'all, Week 5 for us. Get another game under our belt. Ohio State in South Bend.
Y'all need all the
I
games
actually
y'all get to get to play us. So y'all need all the games before to play us. So y'all take them. Y'all take your time.
see what my coach fails to understand is last year they squeaked by.
No, we didn't
We
squeak
held
by.
the lead
Don't say
through
that.
three quarters.
Don't say we squeak by, man. Don't do
Oh,
that.
it squeaked by because we
Don't
held the
do that.
lead through
No,
three
don't do that.
quarters.
Don't do that.
You guys scored at the
Be
beginning of the
respect.
fourth to take a
Be
4-point
respect.
lead.
Be respectful, man.
I'm
Don't do
watching the game right now, co-host.
that. Don't do
It's
that.
6 minutes left in the game. It's 14-10, Ohio State.
Don't do that, man. We didn't squeak by.
That's called a squeak by. You understand?
What
6 minutes go,
what was it?
14-10.
What was the ending score though?
Look, I'm
Oh,
talking about
okay.
this year. And
All
so
right.
with a squeak by last year in Columbus, I actually predict a Notre Dame victory. And this, we'll talk more about it when the week comes. But I just firmly believe that we will pull that out. Duke, this is a dangerous game because there's no, it's going to be a hangover game. Duke is a lot, better in football than people give them credit for. They're not a powerhouse, but it is a team that's capable of beating any team in any given week. And so I want to be careful there. Louisville, right after that, still co-host, no bye week. Just bam, 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 running through it. So I'm a little concerned with injuries at this point. But we play at Louisville, part of our ACC partnership. We should win that. May look into tickets for that, Coach, but I'll leave that alone for a different conversation for a different day. Um, then October 14th, USC number 6, our rival. Um, this one's in South Bend as well. And we played them extremely close with uh, that
Caleb Williams.
Heisman guy out there at USC,
Caleb
Caleb Williams,
Williams.
right?
Yep.
Listen, if we hung with them then and we're a better team this year, I firmly believe that this will be a dogfight in South Bend. I don't know the outcome of this game, but I'm predicting a win. That's just how I see it because my overall prediction for the season is going to be on full display here in a second. Next, we think we get a bye week finally. We're going to rest up. We're going to come back and play Pittsburgh and South Bend, get that dub, tune up for Clemson. Revenge because nobody's beaten up on Clemson like the Irish have the last few years. Okay, I'm talking about it just is what it is. This one's in Death Valley, co-host. So I'm a little bit nervous, and I feel like the Irish will get trip up this first time. Dabo Swinney's as good a coach as there is in that Clemson team is as good a team as any in the country, talent-wise, NFL talent. I think they're going to get us because it's in Death Valley. And I predict their students storm the field because we have a couple times with them. So, especially at Kobe here, my co-host had some objection. Different conversation, different day. Um,
Yeah, that's why the state went underneath red alert after that game. Yeah.
Then we're going to close out with Wake Forest and Stanford. We're winning both of those. I honestly believe, Coles, what are we talking here? 11-1, in my opinion. But at worst, 10-2. I think we play in a New Year's Six bowl game and a potential college football playoff if we pull out the 11-1. To be honest with you, because we will have the strength of schedule. We're playing 3 top 10 teams. Because I think all 3 of those teams will keep winning. So anyway, that's my prediction for that. I'm very passionate about the season. I'm looking forward to it. Next week when we come back at it, we're going to predict more games than just 3. But that's all you get week 1. I mean, it is what it is. There just wasn't that many games to play, and we're going to come back and we're going to do this, and we're going to have a repeat of last year, where I lead from coast to coast.
You know where you leave for a few weeks and then you lose because I'm still the reigning champ. You got to take me off my throne. I'm reigning. I won last year. Our pick 'em league. So, do I need to go get the trophy? It's in back. I can go get it. No, not that trophy. You want me to go get my trophy? You want to go get?
No, co-host, come on back. Come on
Oh,
back.
okay. Oh, okay.
Come
All
on
right.
back.
All right. I
Take
thought
us home, man. Take us home.
you see it back here. There it is, right there in that little area, big right there. There it is. Anyway,
Listen, take us home, man.
We are out of here. Thank you so much for joining in for our preview show, and also our overtime. But we are going to have that show for you hopefully every week. Whether it'll be live or not is yet to be determined. But we're going to have some college for you every week because we do follow this very extensively. So, but thank you so much for joining in with us. We'll be back here on YouTube and Facebook every single week. So definitely come check us out there. Check us out on our morning show, the Morning Smoke Podcast on JQLM Radio every Monday from 10 a.m. We're also on Spotify, Anchor.fm, and also on TikTok. Check us out there. Share, subscribe, like, all that good stuff. We definitely appreciate it as well, too. But until next week, we will see you later. Peace out.
Peace.